All right, we're live. Hello, people. Today, finally, first day of reading Gorilla Mindset for you from Mike Cernovich. And just to introduce to you, this book is How to Control Your Thoughts and Emotion, Improve Your Health and Fitness, Make More Money, and Live Life on Your Terms. So, I'm going to be reading Gorilla Mindset for you, this amazing book from Mike Cernovich that I have interviewed here, and we talked in our other conversation more about hoax, the book, the movie, and conspiracy theories, and all the cultural war that the United States going around now. In this reading this book, I'll be reading for you, and I'll be talking a little bit more how to apply it in your life on my OnlyFans, trying to empowerment, improve your sexual value and well-being, health, and much more. Right now, I'm going to read just a little part of it, not even like to reach the first chapter, but it's just to show what I want to be playing over there, like not really like a sexual life coach, but the kind of a little bit of everything. And I don't want to claim much of my credits or education. Okay, just like exploring this book and using reason and logic to improve your life. Okay, so let's go. Gorilla mindset is an entire system that, when coupled with specific mindset shifts and habits, will change the way you think, feel, and live your life. Gorilla mindset will improve your health and fitness, your money and career, and help you have deeper, more meaningful relationships. I guess that's what everybody's looking for, in life in general. But maybe we're going through a moment right now, 2020. Really hard to sometimes balance everything together. So let's see. In Gorilla Mindset, you will learn how to improve your self confidence by changing the way you talk to yourself and others, view the most brutal challenges as opportunities for personal growth with the power of reframing, stop bad moods dead in their tracks, and empower yourself to overcome obstacles even when times are tough, eliminate feelings of frenzy and absent mindedness. Hi Alex, how are you doing? So yeah, I'm doing this mostly for our guys in Freeboard Media. I'll probably learn how to do this on Discord live as the same time as do here on my channel and maybe on Freeboard Media. But it's for everybody. I'm sharing the link everywhere. Eliminate feelings of frenzy and absent-mindedness. Develop quick, clear, and more focused thinking. Have a body that feels good and works for you rather than against you. Earn more money by thinking of yourself as a personal brand. Live your life authentically. I think that is what you're all looking for, and not just the boys that follow me here on my channel and the people on Freebird Media, but all across the planet. Everybody wants to live better lives, and the only way is living and learning and trading experiences and what we learn from those. So let's learn a little bit more from Mike Cernovich. That is all about what I want to bring to our audience. Of course, in the Freebird Media, just a little click here. This is the one I'm going to be reading specifically for Freebird Media, so it's not that I'm leaving them out. So this is just like very related to the way that I want to empower men and talk against the myth of toxic masculinity, in a sense of like, no, man supposed to be masculine and use this. If there is a limit of masculinity to reach or to try to keep, we're going to talk about that too. Yes, that as well. I have it here. Where it is? I have all of them. Where's my proposal in the cage? I don't know. Where's my book? You got me. You got me. I don't know. I have this righteous mind that I have read, and I'm trying to get the interview. How to have impossible conversations with Peter Bogosian. Need to book another to replace the old interview that was a little cutting and lagging. Woke, that I started with Woke yesterday reading for the channel. Oh, here, Culture War and Professor in the Cage. So yeah, for Freebird Media audience will be Professor in the Cage and The Righteous Mind. That are the two Jonathans I'm trying to interview specific, exclusive for Freebird Media. And I hope I get there to reply my emails. Oh yeah, there is a lot to bring. Cernovich is like he even goes to, like, if you go check his Instagram and his Twitter, he is always talking about doing some cycles of testosterone, man, more related to the age of, like, it's some type of more like for old age, like, as women need to repos do like some reposition of hormones. Men also goes through, like, the menopause of men is the andropause, and it can happen as early as 35. It starts like the effect. So yeah, he is cycling for a very long time, for many years, and we're going to talk about that when I talk to him about this book soon in the future. We always talking, and he gave me permission to read the book, so that's what I'm doing here. And of course, I talked to him about those things on the chat, and we're going to bring to the next interview. When we bring this book, we're going to talk about testosterone reposition and many other things about health, masculinity, and how to improve your sexual value, your life, your health, and well-being. Okay, so join the millions of people who have learned how to start believing in themselves by following the gorilla mindset principles today. And that's what you're going to do here. You're going to start reading and learning from him. Mike Cernovich is a lawyer, author, and host of the most successful mindset podcast on iTunes, the Mike Cernovich podcast. Cernovich's mindset techniques have helped millions of people improve their health and fitness, develop deeper personal and romantic relationships, and take control of anxiety and worry, and make more money. I guess it's what? Let's read it. So here, Gorilla Mindset, how to control your thoughts, emotions, improve your health and fitness, make more money, and live your life in your terms. Okay. What others are saying about Mike Cernovich's mindset techniques. Mike Cernovich's mindset techniques have helped countless people improve their health and fitness, develop deeper personal and romantic relationships, and take control of anxiety and fear. In Gorilla Mindset, you will learn how to improve your self confidence by changing the way you talk to yourself and others, view the most brutal challenges as opportunities for personal growth with the power of reframing, stop bad. It's just the same thing that I read in the back. So yeah, I'm gonna just skip this page. Okay, it's just the same thing I read in the back. I really like to read every single part. Sometimes I read the index just to see what's going on, and I have done that to Woke. And if you guys don't mind, I would probably just see what we're gonna go through. Okay, so the introduction is change your mindset, change your life, and the chapter as consequent are going to be subsequent are going to be number 1 to 11, and it's about mindset and conversation, the power of self-talk. And yes, I think that is a little bit what we talk when we say of being pessimistic or optimistic and energy. I saw someone talking about this today. What was that? I just watched so much stuff during the day. I don't record, but someone was trying to make it, not even say that it was some woo-woo supernatural, but talking about how you being pessimistic creates some type of energy around you and affects yourself and others around you. And I do think it's more about being try to be optimistic and charitable about people and things that happen and things that go around you, and that will make you feel better about the situations and the things and people too, like you create some kind of type of a climate around you. Oh, not just naturally raising testosterone, but taking cycles of testosterone, like, yeah, shots, and use it subcutaneous instead of intramuscular. And that's what is the conversation I had with him to, because in my idea of efficacy would not change, but definitely would give you less pain. So it would be a thumbs up for his hint. But we're gonna keep that for when we talk to him about that. Okay. Mindset and choice change the way you perceive life's challenges. I totally is all about your mindset, and for me, it's all one answer. It's just be optimistic. Don't be pessimistic. Look at the brightest side of light, life and light. Mindset and being in the moment, how to check into your life. Mindset and mood, how to control your state of mind. Mindset and focus, how to take control of your attention. Mindset and lifestyle, change the way you live. And mindset and the body, health and fitness. I believe where he's gonna talk about hormones and aging. Mindset and posture, how to posture affects your physical and mental health, and that's definitely true. Yeah, we need to keep remember. But shoulders back, chest up, open your chest. We have had this conversation, me and Alex. We should record more often our conversations, Alex, by the way. Mindset and money, how to keep money in perspective and in your pocket. That's a good one. Mindset and vision, change what you see, change what you get. Mindset starts today, creating your amazing life one day at a time. And the last one would be the what's next. I'm sorry. More information. In addition to authoring Gorilla Mindset, Mike Cernovich is the producer and host of the most successful mindset podcast in iTunes. You can learn more about Mike and obtain free supplemental reading and listening materials at gorillamindset.com. Okay, so shout out there. Yeah, live in English, that's right. Okay, introduction. Change your mindset, change your life. Gorilla Mindset is a book for those who want more out of life. That could mean taking control over your emotions, having a better relationship with your children, more money, better romance, a more rewarding career, and even freedom from anxiety and depression. But there's a catch. To get more out of life, you must get more out of yourself. You must take personal responsibility for your thoughts and emotions. You must stop blaming the system. The days of looking outside of yourself for answers are gone. And I think I have to stop here, guys, because this is just like definitely the message for today. Don't be Karens. Try to fix yourself first, you know. So, or look into yourself definitely to find the answers before you start blaming others. So, it's a great one. This goes against what we've all been taught. We are told that the secret to getting more out of life is to buy more new gadget or car, or to drink beer or smoke cigarettes. One successful cigarette ad campaign proclaimed, "You've come a long way, baby," as if inhaling cancer represented a triumph of women's liberation and the apex of human freedom. All of us have tried filling the void with material objects. We see something bright and shiny. Maybe it's a new watch, car, or piece of jewelry. Something inside of us says we are lacking, and if we're making this purchase, our need will be met. So it's like the example of yeah, being materialist. I'm not really into that. Very minimalist. You're gonna see me a lot with the same stuff. That's a lie. To get more out of life, you must get more out of yourself. The hard work starts with you. Don't get me wrong. This is not a book of feel good nothingness and validation. The work is hard, but also quite fulfilling. I have some notes here that I write sometimes. It's just because I really like to sometimes make the link with my ideas, and sometimes I think of sharing with you. It's like we have like this expression in Portuguese that life is sweet, but it's nobody said would be like easy or soft, like a candy that we have in Brazil that is like very hard to bite on. So it's like, oh, it's sweet, but it's hard. So it's like life. This book teaches you how to get the most out of yourself. By the time you finish, you will be on your way to total control of your thoughts and emotions, the building blocks to life. You will get more out of your life by getting more out of yourself. So I guess I have to be more, a little bit more consummist and materialist, and a bit more of the things we are not. So let's see. Who is Mike Cernovich? You want to know why my book will work for you, and quite frankly, who the hell am I to tell you anything? Those are legitimate questions. This is a practical book on mindset. The techniques in the following chapters, while being backed by research, were first applied to my own life. I grew up as a child on welfare. I had holes in my clothes. My parents, while good and well meaning people, had no concept of how to make or save money. They made mistakes but did the best they could, which is all we can expect from anyone. Not only as not only was I usually the poorest kid in school, I was also the fattest. I was naturally chubby and got bullied a lot. I was afraid to walk home from school because kids would follow me, ridiculing me along the way and then beat me up. My dad told me to take martial arts, and he even started taking classes with me. I was not naturally athletic. I was clumsy and out of shape. I couldn't even do a single push up. I hated martial arts classes and would have quit had my dad not been there. I went through the emotions, but I had no natural talent or belief in myself. One day, a bully beat me up badly. It was humiliating. My sister had to pull my attacker off of me. I felt demoralized and powerless. We had a mattress in our garage, so I laid down there and cried myself to sleep. When my dad came home from work, he opened the garage door, looked down at me, and with both pity and contempt, he asked me one question that changed my life. Are you going to get serious? Those words, coupled with the expression on his face, were a wake up call for me. I made the decision right then and there to get serious, very serious. I would train until my body was exhausted and hit the heavy bag until my knuckles bled. I read in a martial arts magazine that Thai fighters do 10 rounds on the heavy bag, so I committed to do the same. When I learned the Thai boxers would roll up magazines and hit their shins to toughen themselves up, I did that as well. I learned that when you consciously put in the work, you make progress. You may have terrible genetics. You may not have the potential to be in the Olympics or win a UFC title, but you will improve. I earned my black belt in Taekwondo, did boxing, and began beating up the bullies who had bullied me. I had a hair trigger and would even look for reasons to fight. But I was never happy, and my social skills were poor. I felt awkward and weird. My mindset was based on vengeance rather than exploration, connecting with people and being happy. At one point, I was invited to attend a school lock in at the YMCA with a group of other classmates. I was so wrapped up in fight mode that I put on Tiger Balm to keep my joints warm, ready for someone to start a fight with me. I also didn't perform well in school. Every teacher had the same line from my parents at PTA meetings. Michael is so smart, but he does not live up to his potential. It wasn't that I enjoyed getting into trouble, but where I came from. Getting good grades and doing homework wasn't norm. I would get into fights, steal sandwiches from the local grocery store, and shoot out car windows with a BB gun, which was stolen. When one of my actions of vandalism made the local newspaper, I clipped out the picture with pride. To change my life, I had to change my mindset. The anger inside me had to be refocused into something less destructive and more productive. It took a lot of work, but I ended up going from a poor bully fat kid without any money to a well-known lawyer, writer, and podcast producer who travels the world. In many ways, my success makes me laugh, as my life story can seem unbelievable. I'm still working hard at improving every day. Sometimes when people say they like me or ask me for advice, it's hard to understand why. There are days I still feel like the fat kid who was afraid to walk home from school. But here I am, successes, failures, and flaws, in all their shame and glory. That said, I think you'll find that I have some helpful advice to give you. To begin, I want to ask you, are you ready to get serious? And that is actually the point where I was thinking of stopping here because I just could not stop myself from reading, even if I have a lot of, uh, you know, conjectures to put on some paragraphs and his mindset at that point. I think he's going to evolve that on the book, and I'm not here to jump anything, any conclusion. And I just wanted to ask you guys if you guys are serious to ready to get serious, like in this book, and that's what we're gonna do in you know my conversation on discords and more, even on the OnlyFans. That is where I want to talk against the myth of toxic masculinity and empower my audience. That's mostly men, so of course the girls are totally welcome too, and I would love to be talking about their issues as well, the girls issues. But let's talk about more mindset, so anybody can actually use, independent of sex or gender. Okay, what is mindset? The online encyclopedia that some people love and many hate, Wikipedia, defines mindset as a set of assumptions, methods, or notations held by one or more people or groups of people that is so established that it creates a powerful incentive within these people or groups to continue to adopt or accept prior behaviors, choices, or tools. So let's see. Imagine a computer. The monitor, keyboard, and processor are the hardware. Without any software to run it, your computer would be worthless. Your body is your hardware and your mindset is your operating system. It gives you access to the power of the hardware and determines what software you can run. It lets you get the most out of your computer, allowing you to balance in your checkbook and even create 3D designs. Your mindset determines how you perceive and interact with the world. Mindset and the new psychology of success. So it's like how you use your mind. I actually like to say that my mindset is reason and logic. And of course, I'm not going to be debating the book or even his ideas here, but my hint for you guys in general is to try to access that. Okay, it's really hard to be super reasonable and logic when you're a girl, mainly when you're going through your period, like, so you squeeze your brain and then more estrogen comes out and you cry, you feel emotional. But I understand for guys it's much easier to get that notion of I'm going to be reasonable, I'm going to face my problems and the things, or not conforming to my ideal reality, or what do I need to do to improve my life to get there. And that's what we're going to be doing with a lot of the conversation here. And I want to always bring up the mindset for reason and logic, because that is the way you probably going to be closer to make more accurately better choice, objectively speaking. And we're going to talk about a lot of ideas about about a lot of philosophy and how to apply that in real life. Okay, but let's see what mindset and the new psychology of success by Mike Cernovich. It was Carol Dweck who led the mindset revolution in her breakthrough book Mindset: The New Psychology of Success. Dr. Dweck I hope I'm saying it right. Identify powerful research into psychology showing that the difference between success and failure often had less to do with innate talent and more to do with the type of mindset one has, a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. Research showed that those who adopted a growth mindset, a belief that challenges in life present an opportunity to grow your abilities, were far more likely to succeed than those with a fixed mindset. That is, a belief that your intelligence and ability do not increase but instead have a set point. Dr. Dweck's work is invaluable, but it is primarily a scholarly work rather than one focused on application. In Gorilla Mindset, you will learn how to apply a growth mindset to your life. In addition, you will be introduced to the power of the abundance mindset. So I don't want to be debating the book like I mentioned, but I think is the little res hello, the little thing I read here in the beginning in his summary of the book is pretty much like if you take the method you're gonna apply, and if that methodology is reason and logic in any situation of your life, you're going to end up finding a better way to approach that. And of course, here is going to talk much more about the two types of mindset as like some duality. And I would say that the best way to understand his point and not debate it is to watch his webinars, his seminaries on online talking about the book, where he actually talk about how you could be as he was before, a religious person that believed he was bad, that he was that he was bad, that he was made in that way, that he would, if you have that mindset that you're made in a way that you're going to be something, you're probably going to just fulfill uh, that role. Okay. And if you have this type of fluid mindset or a constructive mindset that you take your experiences and you learn from them and use logic and reason and improve your life, that is what would be this more abundance mindset or more of this, but I don't want to put words in his mouth. I want to more say what I would do to practically apply this and how to interpret it in a good way, you know and not really be so fixed on the definitions, but adopt an abundance mindset. Oh, that is an interesting question. You can't really change who you are no matter what you do. Well, that is something that is debating here. You are something product of other things. There is such a like, what are you? Are you like yeah, it's like just genetics and what your parents want you to be, or you actually can take that and reshape in a way that you can change your life? Zeki, you think there are people that are born to be criminals and they cannot be reformed, so there's no point of even trying? Or we can actually be whatever we want and reshape our lives. Even after we are something, we can change. And I don't know, I'm not certain about anything, but I like the discussion. Oh yeah, that is about physical limitations, definitely. But the mindset, it's more about what you're gonna do to your life. And I guess a lot of people, mainly the people that I'm probably more trying to talk to, or the people that are like lost in a sense. I have talked to young male, young boys or young adult guys, 25, you know 30s, that they feel lost and don't have a focus, or a destination in life. So they have not set what makes them happy. They have not found their own self or realize what they like, what makes them happy, what is the the future, the ideal future they see for themselves, and that make them be lost, and sometimes they don't get school at the time or jobs or the best way they could. They feel like they are failures. And I think that is something that you just need to learn more about yourself. You need to be aware of what makes you happy. Try to, to discover yourself in many ways. That is all about philosophy, about thinking, of exploring, and you definitely can change your way in that way. For example, what Cernovich points that I disagree in the book, say that he changed his mindset of being get serious to get tough and beat the bullies. But is that the right methodology? But he was being just emotional. He was just reacting, being reactionary to the reality he had that was bad, instead of actually have principles. And if you have principles, you're not going to change, definitely not. But you can make yourself better. You can get better principles as more as you think. You can exercise philosophically. Cernovich is not tough. I don't know. I think he is a tough guy to expose his personal weakness and growth, and be improving, because that's what we're all doing. I think humans are evolving through their lives as being a better human or not. Some of us are just sitting still and sitting idle and doing nothing, and gonna see the life going by, passing by, and feel that they failed in the end. But that is the thing we have to work right now, when we're trying to do right here, to talk about how you can actually change your mindset and improve your life you know Well, that I'm not sure about, really going through all the fights and everything. I think there are accomplishments that we just want to do to ourselves and not necessarily to prove to other people. But I think it's fun that he is open to share with us, the way that you can actually, or some way, maybe not the best way, maybe not the only way, but some way that some people would read and actually see a way to, yeah, I can do that too, you know, and improve, definitely. So let's see a little bit about the mindset. What he has to talk about mindset. I would say, like, just guys, be optimistic, be logical and reasonable. You're gonna be like not gonna be right all the time, but if you use reason and logic, you have more chances, to be right more times. Just as a mindset can be understood as being growth or fixed, abundance or scarcity, or polar mindsets present in life. Those who have an abundance mindset are far more likely to be happy with their lives and achieve their goals than those with a scarcity mindset. Imagine that you start with the assumption that we live in a world of limited possibilities. You have a fixed mindset, a belief you cannot change. See, you're limiting yourself. Nothing you do ultimately matters. You will never be good enough. If you begin with that scarcity mindset, why even get out of bed? Life would feel pointless. Nothing you do would matter. Life would be gray and empty. Many depressed people have a scarcity mindset, believing nothing matters and the world is one of the limited possibilities. Now, imagine your belief that the world is abundant. The world is one of endless resource and unlimited potential. What you do matters. Your choices matter. You matter. Each day is a new day full of infinite possibilities. How would you act if you knew that anything you wanted to do was possible? Would you live differently if you believed that you were abundant and full of potential? So I guess you would at least explore more, and you would definitely, give you more chances to try different things. So it's more like, I really like one of his YouTube videos when he talks about this book, and that he talks about get out of your comfort zone. And this is something I have talked to Raka Raka Ali in the interview that I've done like a long time ago, one of the first interviews. It's not that good, but it is good because Raka is amazing. He's a huge YouTuber, and yeah, we had a nice conversation about this way of changing mindset, but we did not even use mindset much as a word. And it was interesting because he was talking about this for you to get better in life and for you to get whatever, achievements. We see like to pass an exam, to get a new job, that those things, require more struggle. Those things, it's just, you really need to go after, like that best girl you want to conquer, or get best job you want to get, or get more money, go to tougher school, harder courses. Everything is more meritocracy. It's a fair way to live life, and I guess if we all seek to our best, it's a fair competition. Okay, if we all can do the best of us. So I think that's what we're pushing. Not necessarily. You don't need to push anybody down. If you're pushing yourself, the best of yourself, you're gonna get there, whatever you deserve. Okay, but that is the message. Let's see what is next. Why gorilla mindset is different. A gorilla is a powerful, dominant animal. We humans are known as great apes or human primates. Rather than view our physical nature as something dirty or evil, I embrace my gorilla nature. This doesn't mean being a mindless brute. This means recognizing that both mind and body are important for success and happiness. As you will learn in this book, mind and body are deeply connected. You cannot succeed in improving one without improving the other. This book is about embracing your gorilla nature to find dominance and power, but you will see that this primarily means power over yourself, not others. The third eye in the gorilla recognizes we are great apes who seek enlightenment. We want answers. These answers cannot be found in our mind or body alone. Why gorilla mindset? With gorilla mindset, you will recognize the power of unifying your body and mind to simultaneously embrace and overcome your primitive nature. So, yeah, I don't want to be debating the book. Now you love it? Oh, it's someone else. Oh, cool. That is definitely true. Yeah. No, we kind of love him pretty hard, I guess. He's a pretty awesome guy. So your mindset is a choice. Okay. I'm not gonna read much more for you guys because I have a husband and a daughter coming back home. So I don't want to make much pauses. But I feel like when I start talking about my mind, I'm just like interrupting him from giving the message that is pretty much kind of very resonant with mine, uh, probably we definitely have divergences on many opinions because I don't think anybody can represent other person 100%, you know. So I guess we have to enjoy the goods, and like try to debate whatever we don't agree in a civil way. Okay. What did be my dad? That is an interesting point. Okay. Your mindset is a choice. Those of you who have children or even a playful dog are no doubt astounded by they wake up you with excitement and curiosity. My dog wakes me up in the morning by jumping on my bed and licking my face. He acts as if he hasn't seen me in weeks and that our day presents endless excitement. To him, it's as if chasing a ball is something he has never done. My dog believes that each day offers unending possibility. In other words, my dog has an abundance mindset. We all started off as children with an abundance mindset and genuine fascination and curiosity about life. That's true. Somewhere along the way, it was lost. Definitely. Mindset is a choice. We can choose to view the world as one of scarcity or one of abundance. So I actually want to stop here because I always said that we all are born atheists and scientists. We are all born without beliefs and we're all born very curious. But our parents indoctrinated us very early with no, stop with the why, stop with the questions. When they cannot answer those questions, that they cannot just say, they are not comfortable with say I don't know, and start indoctrinating us on supernatural imaginary things that then create in our imagination, in our brain, that is so powerful, and our imagination can create anything that we believe in, then creates a lot of superstitions. And I'm gonna dance superstitions and just dance to show my own friends. And I had to share today with a friend, but it was just a thought about this, and probably come back for more. Let's go on the book. Sorry. Change your mindset, change your life. Remember the definition of mindset. A set of assumptions, methods, and or notations, which are so powerful they force you to continue to adopt or accept prior behaviors, choices, or tools. You can't change your life unless you change your mindset. I've had more experience with this than most people. I thought there was no hope. I stopped looking at my environment and the people around me and started looking deep in within myself. It was then that I learned a powerful secret. The answer to all of life's most difficult questions resides within you. You may find that statement controversial now, but I promise that you won't once you finish this book. For several years, I have helped thousands of men change their lives through mindset training. Men have learned how to be more confident, assertive, and happier by changing their mindset. But don't take my word for it. My podcast is one of the highest rated on iTunes, and my websites have had millions of visits. Men across the world have written in and posted reviews like this. This podcast is a mind bending. It will alter your consciousness into an alpha male godlike realm where anything is possible. Some Alex M. I can say with all honesty that Mike provides the most honest outlook on issues is passionate about that I have come across online. Sebastian, if you want to improve yourself as a man, then this is the best podcast for you. PN, unfiltered, authentic, high quality self improvement. Rise S. And Mike Cernovich's writing made me a better man. Period. Frank, you. No other self help book has been targeted towards men like you. The message is always watered down to appeal to a wider audience. This book is for those of you willing to do whatever it takes to succeed, for those who are ready to get serious. So let's get serious. You have permission and the tools you need to succeed. When is the last time someone sat next to you and asked you about your hopes and dreams? Society usually only speaks of duty, and responsibilities and loads you up like a pack mule. You're not allowed to get to seek danger, as that could jeopardize your ability to produce for this consumerist society. You're told not to seek play, as you need to be in bed early to wake up for some life you may not even want to live. You're looking for permissions and tools. I am giving you permission. As of right now, at this very moment, you are going to live life on your terms and be the one to define those terms. You already have the tools to do this. They are just locked up inside your mind. I'm going to give you the key to unlock your mind and live to your fullest potential. This book is a key, nothing more. The Gorilla Mindset System. The heart of the gorilla mindset system is a paradigm that, when applied, will change how you think, feel, and live your life. In the first part of the book, we'll discuss the gorilla mindset model. You will start by mastering self talk, and then we'll move into reframing, mindfulness, mood, and focus. Since mindset and lifestyle are connected, we'll also discuss some health, fitness, and other lifestyle changes you can make to improve your life. While each chapter stands on its own, they are especially powerful when approached in sync. The chapter on self talk will lead into reframing, and both chapters will help you learn how to live in the present moment, which in turn will improve your mood. You will begin to see how your self talk is influenced by how you choose to frame problems. As you work through the mindfulness and mood control exercise, you will begin to see how they can impact your health, confidence, willpower, and much more. So I would like to stop just a little bit here just to say that this is definitely something very important, and I want to talk about the mindset on the way that approaching the subject that is so sensitive on my channel, that is the NoFap. When I made a video speaking against some myths on NoFap movement and trying to say how to spread myths on that movement could actually trap boys that are totally healthy to believe they are sick or anything like that about masturbation, when it's something completely natural that we're going to use more when we are during those ages of discovering our bodies and sexuality, and how the mindset of putting those myths and those fears on those guys' minds can actually be can cause us psychosomatic symptoms and effects that they will feel like, you feel that if you feel that masturbation is so bad, is so dirty, is so wrong, and will cause you harm, and you do it, disagreeing with your belief that you should not be doing, it might be bad to you. So that is a little bit on the mindset and how that's important. Definitely can, but definitely can be used with totally safe way if you have that in mind, if you are aware of that. But the problem here, we're talking about guys that are convinced that masturbation is bad for their bodies because they feel sleepy in the end of the masturbation, in the end of the ejaculation, when orgasm for any of the sexes give you that feeling, definitely because of those neurotransmitters, definitely. But what we're talking here is to, like, you can actually fap every day, go to the gym, eat well, sleep well, hydrate yourself, play your video game. Gaming and fapping is my other channel, but I end up talking about this all the time. So go check Dr. Olive Gaming Experience, DOGE3. Okay. It's my channel to talk about gaming and fapping and how to do those things healthily. So you can be healthy, and you can be healthy and you can do those things with no problem. Have a girlfriend, don't do it exclusively, and don't do it excessively. Okay, we're not talking about spending the whole day at home fapping and not being able to get out of home to go work or to go school or whatever. We're talking about having a balance. So yes, everybody can play, you know training is something, the game is another thing. So let's not mix those two things. One thing doesn't replace the other, and that's what their things are gonna talk on the OnlyFans. Like, let's try to not talk much about the fapping here. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, why work hard to get the real thing when you can do those things? Why? Because of one thing doesn't replace the other. Okay. When the guy is playing, like, masturbation. Okay, I'm not gonna read his message because it was blocked. Yes, and there's nothing wrong with loving yourself. No, that's not true. That's not true. Look, what happens is like this. The guys that are gonna play any sports, okay, let's say like that, hockey, soccer, football, whatever, they do what? They train, okay? They train a lot more than what? They train much more than you. They train much more than they play. Is that not true? I think they train like 4 days a week and play one or two. Just saying, okay? But one thing doesn't replace the other. So keep the training, okay? It doesn't replace the game. So the problem is the guy that only trains and doesn't go out for the game, okay? So if you're just fapping all day long, will be bad for you? Yes. If you're fapping all week long, it will be bad for you. What you need to do is fap when you don't have your girlfriend or someone to have sex, okay? The same thing for the girls, because it can addict anybody. Okay, that is the simple, easy mechanism. Vaping as water, as food, as drugs, or any other thing that is not drug can addict people to it. Okay, so try the some balance. Okay, so you vap the day you cannot have sex. Okay, but you have to go have sex at least once a week if you're fapping every day of the week. Okay, so if you fap every day, you have to go out for hunt and have sex with someone on the weekend. Okay, that is pretty much what my message is. It's like, so if you can't get the girl, don't fap too much. Okay, try to be far from my channel, for example, or the OnlyFans. So not safe for fappers or for addicted people, but for fappers, healthy fappers, totally welcome. Come on. Oh yeah, it doesn't make you better, but but now I have another one. Look, when you're hungry and you can't get the meal, what you get? A snack. Okay? Because you don't need to die. Okay? You don't need to be starving, hungry. Oh my gosh, I have my family back, so no happy conversation anymore. My baby's back home. You guys, look, I stopped on the gorilla mindset system, I believe, okay? And that's where I'm gonna be back next time. I hope you all enjoyed this video that was almost an hour long, and I'm gonna do some super fun thing on the OnlyFans later. So go check it out. Kisses to all, and see you next time. Thank you very much for all you came. I don't know. I believe so.